You will find the link to crypto indicator cheat sheet in the description and pinned in comments below. Most people lose money in crypto for one reason, and almost nobody realizes it until it's too late. The market was screaming a warning and they didn't know what to listen for. In the next few minutes, you will learn exactly which indicators tell you when to buy, when to stand aside, and when danger is incoming without confusing jargon. You will get a simple checklist to track sentiment, avoid the biggest beginner traps, and make decisions with confidence. By the end, you will know how to read the market like a pro, and you will never waste money on the same mistake again. There's one indicator almost nobody notices, but it predicts crashes before most people see them. What happened next shocked everyone, and this is where it gets dangerous. If you want simple crypto education without the confusing jargon, subscribe now. We post videos every week that help beginners avoid expensive mistakes and build real confidence in the market. There's one indicator almost nobody notices, but it predicts crashes before most people see them. That's the on chain sentiment score. It combines wallet movements, exchange inflows, and large holder behavior. When big wallets start moving coins to exchanges, it's like a warehouse shipping inventory out before a sale. That's a warning sign. Think of it like a rumor mill. When smart money gets nervous, they move first. For example, when exchange inflow spikes and the whale count rises, that's an early red flag. If you ignore this, you are buying the top and then you are stuck holding the bag when the market drops 40%. But this is where it gets dangerous because there's one more indicator that confirms this signal and almost nobody checks it. Most new traders skip the one indicator that confirms crashes until they lose everything. That's the fear and greed index combined with RSI divergence. When RSI is high, which means overbought, but price keeps rising, it's a fake out. Then the fear and greed index spikes toward extreme greed. That's the moment when crowd's confidence crowd confidence is highest and the crash is often closest. Like a party that's just gotten too loud, everyone thinks it will last forever. But the cops are already outside. For example, when RSI is above 70, price is rising, and fear and greed reads extreme greed that warns of a reversal. When you see this, you are standing on a cliff. One wrong step and you are gone. And almost nobody notices this next part, the real time mood tracker that tells you when the crowd is about to panic. There's a real time mood tracker that warns you when panic is coming before the candles even turn red. That's social sentiment combined with Google search spikes for phrases like crypto crash or Bitcoin down. When social posts go negative and search spikes, retail is panicking. That's often the bottom or the start of a big drop. For example, when social sentiment is negative and there's a search spike for crypto crash, that means panic is incoming. If you don't track this, you will buy the dip and then watch it drop another 30%. But here's the twist, there's one more tool that tells you when the panic is fake, and you can use that to buy with confidence. Sometimes panic is fake, and if you know how to spot it, you can buy with confidence. That tool is the volume an order flow checker. When price drops but buying volume and large orders are stacking up, it's not a real crash. It's a shakeout, like a sale where everyone runs, but the smart shoppers are the ones stacking up. For example, when price is down but buying volume is up and large orders are stacking, that means fake panic. This is where you turn fear into profit. Most beginners sell and you buy the bottom. Now, there's one more thing that blindsides beginners. They trust the wrong sentiment source and it costs them thousands. Most beginners trust the wrong sentiment source and it costs them thousands. They read random tweets, influencers, or news headlines. But real sentiment comes from on chain data like whale moves and exchange flows. Social sentiment aggregated across platforms, the fear and greed index, and RSI combined with volume. For example, when an influencer hypes a coin but there's no on chain support, that's a fake pump. If you follow noise instead of data, you will chase pumps and sell the bottom. And now we are about to hit the mid video twist that changes how you think about risk forever. There's a mistake most crypto beginners make, and it's the exact reason they lose money. They risk too much on one coin. They think this is the one and go all in. But the market doesn't care about your hope. Never risk more than 1 to 2% of your portfolio on a single trade. Use stop losses. Diversify across 3 to 5 coins, like betting your whole paycheck on one stock. One bad move and you're out. This is the moment you either become a gambler or a trader. And now we are going to deliver the biggest insight you will take from this video. The final payoff that changes everything. Here's the hidden secret. The market doesn't warn you with news. It warns you with data. When on-chain data, volume and sentiment all line up, the crash is coming. That's your moment to stand up aside. The biggest insight: you don't need to predict the market. You need to read it. Use this simple checklist. First, when the on-chain sentiment score shows rising exchange inflows, that's a warning. Second, when RSI is high and fear and greed reads extreme greed, that's danger. Third, when social sentiment is negative and there's a surge spike, that means panic is incoming. Fourth, when price is down but buying volume is up, that's fake panic, so buy. Fifth, never risk more than 1 to 2% on one trade. When you follow this, you stop guessing and you start making decisions with confidence. You will avoid the biggest beginner mistakes and you will know when to buy, when you wait, and when to protect your money. This is the moment you stop losing money and start trading like a pro. Subscribe now if you want to stay ahead in crypto without wasting years learning the hard way. We post simple, beginner friendly videos every week that help you avoid expensive mistakes and build real confidence. But before you invest in any coin, watch this next video here, because it could save you from one of the biggest beginner mistakes in crypto. In it, we explore super cycle theories and counter arguments, why some think the market has a long term cycle and why others say it's a trap.